Hello and welcome everyone. This is Season 2, Round 1 of the Go2Whoa series. My name is Nick Kramer and Round 1 is going to be at the famous Donnington circuit in the UK. So all 12 turns and 4.02 kilometres of it. Welcome. It's the start of a new season. That means there's new cars. A bit of a new format tonight as well. We've got some new stuff for the stream as well. Which will be kicking off in approximately 5 minutes. So just buckle up for that one. But in the meantime, like I said, welcome. My name's Nick. I'm going to be your commentator tonight. And for the foreseeable future anyway. So let's take a look at what Season 2 is going to look like. That is not Season 2, is it? Neither is that. How good is this? This is not getting off to a good start at all. There we go. That is Season 2. So 19 rounds. It's going to be a long one. It's going to be pretty big. It'll have lots of ups and downs, I'd imagine. But we're looking at obviously kicking off. It's going to be a triple header in the motherland in England. So Donnington, Alton Park and Snetton. Commentated on a race at Alton Park last night, actually, so that'll be good to go back there. Then obviously Monza and the Hongara ring. Then we got our first Enduro. So Enduro 1 of 3 around Kyalami. That'll be exciting. It's a fun circuit to drive. Then it's going to be back to Italy, back to the motherland again. Paul, Ricard and Zolder. And then just in time for the second Enduro. Enduro number 2 around Imola. Then we've got Zandvoort, Barcelona, Laguna Seca. We pop over to Japan for a round. Back to Brands Hatch, the Nürburgring. And then we kick it off. Well, we finish off the season with another Enduro around the mighty Bathurst. Where we were last week, if you were able to join us. It was a 2-hour Enduro. It was a tribute round to a fallen comrade from the league. And it went pretty well, I reckon. It was Big Les Gaming who took it out in a fantastic drive. A little bit of, not controversy at the end. Someone awesome had some sort of incident there at the end and ended up losing the lead, unfortunately for him. But he's small consolidation though. He's the defending champion for this year. And Big Les, I believe, is the Pro-Am defending champion as well. So, as you can see on the screen, it is GT3 cars this season. Last season it was the GT4s. But this season it's GT3 and it's Europe versus Japan. So obviously European manufacturers versus Japanese manufacturers. We've got all sorts in there tonight. We've got 18 committed drivers so far. 16 in the lobby as we speak. We'll see if we get to 18 somewhere tonight. But it's going to be a long season, and I have no doubt we'll have guys sort of drop in and drop out as we go along for the 19-week series. So strap in, get comfortable. It's going to be a pretty long season. This season also, it's we're doing something. Well, yeah, we're doing something a little bit different. There's going to be battles. So how the battle points work is it's pro versus pro. So is up for 6 points. It's Pro-Am versus Pro-Am to get another 6 points. And then it's Pro versus Pro-Am. So it's 8 points for Pro-Am. Pro gets 6 points. So we'll keep an eye on that as the season unwinds. And we'll see how we go tonight. And there's some new teams as well, which we will get to shortly. But before we do that, as I said, we've got a little special addition, if you like. I did mention his name, Big Les Gaming. He took out the Bathurst 2-hour Enduro last week, and this week he is also racing as well. And what we're going to do is we're going to jump on board with Big Les, and he's actually going to join us. So he should be around there. I said 10-2. We're almost on the knocker. Big Les, are you there, son?
Good evening. Good evening.
How are you, my man?
Very, very good. Excited for this new season to kick into gear and have a good bit of fun.
I think it's going to be a lot of fun, to be honest. So I'm looking forward to you getting out there and having a crack at it as well. So let's get to it. What we're going to do is Big Les is going to give us a bit of an instructional lap, if you like, of the circuit. We'll ride on board with him, and he's going to talk us through it, and then he's going to give us a hot lap. So just to sort of see how it's done at full pace. Now, keep in mind, it's not going to be a 10/10 lap. We've got to be realistic about it, and this is more of an instructional thing. It's just adding a little bit to the stream. So, Big Les, take it away. I've got the camera on you. Walk us through it. Give us a little bit of rundown on what you want to do with us tonight and what you're going to be taking us through.
All right. So as we can see, we're in the pits. So this is where a race can be won or lost. We've seen it in a few races where guys have picked up penalties. The most important thing is keep the pit limiter on, or get it on before you hit that pit limiter line. So once you do, you're out of the pits. Now the big thing with Donnington, as you can see, you come out onto the racing line. So guys will come out onto the pit exit to take that first corner as wide as they can. Unfortunately, cold tyres. Great little run down the bottom of the hill here. It can be taken absolutely flat out when the car's up to temperature. Turn in a lot earlier than you think. Great overtaking manoeuvre here. Actually, someone awesome got me really well on the Genettas down through this corner here. Off and to the side there, you probably will see Bert Wheeler out in this gravel trap at some point during the race. He will torpedo himself off.
Julie, I've written that one down.
Yep, it'll happen. These are probably our harder corners, especially this one here. You can take a lot more curve than a lot of people think, but it will unsettle the car, so you have to have the setup for that. And then to ease the power on, because the car will want to come around on you. Flying down the back straight. Now, the alternative will be the opposite chicane will go the other way and then onto the main straight, but we use the hairpins, which I honestly hate. I do not like these hairpins whatsoever. Through the back here, I like to click my traction control down, so I can get the power on. So I brought the traction control down to 2 to get the power down out of these corners. Unfortunately, the guys have taken out all the bloody boards on me, so I've lost all my braking markers.
They'll be there for the rest of it.
For a hot lap.
All right, let's go. Show us how it's done.
So the traction control's back up. So using all that pit lane as much as you can to open this corner up. And it's on the power, down the hill. I love this run down the hill. It is absolutely great. Nice and early. Just clip that ripple strip and then it's hard on the brakes. Clip through there. A little bit wide on that one because I've got the peanut gallery in one gear talking. Over the top. A little bit of a slide because the tyres can't quite up the pressure yet. Oh, bit too excited. Again, you can hop over these curves, but they can upsettle the car a little bit. And this is where I bump the traction control down in anticipation for these 2 hairpins.
So you go down to traction control 2 there.
I do. I bump my traction control down. That's a little hint that someone awesome gave me to bump the traction control down, just so it doesn't bog the motor down.
Yeah.
And let you get that power down. Because you're coming out onto a straight, the car doesn't really want to flick around. But then the traction control's back up.
So what do you think are the absolutely crucial parts of this circuit you must absolutely get right if you want to be quick around here?
I tend to lose a bit of time down through the hairpins. So the braking zone's down through the hairpins. I'm coming down here to the bottom of the hill. I have had, as I mentioned before, someone awesome who absolutely cleaned me up coming through that corner there.
Yeah.
Because he just had a nice run on me. It's one of these, the first 2 sections of this are nice and fast and flowing where you can kind of just get in someone's mirror upset them and just kind of flick the line a little bit wide or a little bit tight to get around them.
Yep.
But another little bounce, too much. But coming out of the hairpins, anywhere onto a long straight, you can get a bit of a drag race.
That's your teammate passing you by there? Stanhouse?
No, that one's...
Not your teammate this year? No, it's not your teammate. No, similar colour
scheme. Stanhouse is my rival for this round.
Ah, right.
So I'm definitely looking forward to a nice race with Stanhouse tonight. Should be quite good.
All right, and tell us a little about what sort of rig you're using.
I've just got a G29 at the moment. I've been using for quite a few years.
Yeah. Okay. Just the standard.
That's really it. Just a
standard setup on it.
Yeah, just a standard G29. I haven't done any changes to it. And I'm just using the trying to think of the brand of it now, but it's the FGT Next Level Racing cockpit.
Oh yeah, excellent. All right, well, you're one of the more enthusiastic participants in the Go2Whoa League. You're quite active in the Discord. You went on. How'd you go last night? You raced on Oz Series in the AM1, I believe. How was that for you last
AM1.
night?
I qualified quite nice and high. I was quite happy with that. And unfortunately, starting wide at Alton Park on the first corner, there's a bump there, and it upset my car.
Okay.
On the cold tyres, and then from there, I got into a bit of an incident. And I was able to fight my way back, but it wasn't my happiest race.
All right. Well, you were coming off a bit of a high from last week with the Bathurst 2-hour enduro. Did you enjoy that one last week?
I did. It was a really, really good race. Took quite a bit out of me. Having a full-time job where I do nothing but drive around in a van all day to doing 2 hours, but it was quite humbling too to be able to do that event with the guys. Yeah. For Aussie Chopper.
And were you a bit surprised when you saw someone awesome? I'm not too sure what did happen to him, but he was leading by a fair amount. But he had some sort of issue. And were you a bit surprised when you just cruised past him?
Yes and no. He's been having an issue with his pedals for the last couple of weeks. His brake pedal will just come on or stay on. So that's why he's been having issues lately. And I've actually got a spare set that I'm about to ship to him.
Okay.
So he'll have a fresh set of pedals to hopefully go out the rest of the season.
All right, beautiful. Well, is there anything else is there any trash talk that you want to put on the stream tonight? You've already dropped Vert Wheeler in it. Anyone else that is there anyone that you're looking out for specifically? So I think Stanhouse, you said, is your rival for tonight. Is there anyone else that you're looking at, keeping your eye on tonight?
Not really, because I know if I say something, it'll really stir the pot, and I'll cop it.
Okay.
But I'm expecting AB Saints and for lots of summer, like AB Saints and EXO to move up through the field a bit.
Okay.
It'll be exciting to see how those guys go with their battles as well tonight.
All right. Well, thank you very much. This is the first time that we've done it tonight, so we're going to do it again next week. We'll see how we go. I think we'll just get better and better at it. But thank you so much for volunteering. This was all Big Les's idea. I'm just helping facilitate it, but he was the man who had the idea. And he's the one who's done all the hard work. So thank you very much. One last one before we go. How many seconds are you going to win by tonight? You don't need to answer that question. You don't need to answer that question. I'm just staring. All right. Well, best of luck. Have a good race.
Not a problem.
And we'll see you out on the track.
No worries, and thanks again for streaming us, mate. We do really appreciate the effort you put in for no real gains.
My absolute pleasure. The gain is just the enjoyment of doing it. So, my pleasure. Thank you.
No worries. Thanks, mate.
Cheers. Thanks, mate. Bye. All right. So, that was all right. That was cool. We're going to do that again next week. Big Les, like I said, he was the one who volunteered his services to do that. So, I thought that was very cool idea. Now, that little effort there, we've got a sponsor. Do you believe that? We've got a sponsor. It's that man there, the man on screen. So Exo, it's big. It's big. It's Little Bear's street sweeper. When you need your circuits cleaned, we've got a sponsor. Do you believe that? How good is that? So we'll give the sponsor a bit more love throughout the stream. But that was the person who sponsored Big Les's lap. I reckon I think we should do a graphic next week for Big Les. All right, cool. So let's have a look at the circuit. So as I was saying earlier, Big Les took us for a lap around there. It's 4.02 kilometers. It's 12 turns. It's 5 left. It's 7 right. It's got a lot of cool names on there as well. I'm not going to lie to you. I haven't done much research on this circuit. But the Melbourne Hairpin, turn 11, is a prime opportunity for overtaking. The S's through there as well. There is a tyre bundle as well that's just near. I think it's just near the S's. So we'll see who hits that one first tonight. And we are about to kick off in less than 2 minutes. So just a little bit on the rivals. I will have to do a graphic for this because I'm not very prepared. Hammer versus BV is one of them. Meadow Menon versus Psycho is the other one. Bear versus Someone. Awesome. Stanhouse versus Big Les. AB versus Insit. That'll be a good one, actually. Bits of Missing versus Exploded Argon. That's another good one. Mike versus Vert Wheeler. TT versus Mersey Blue. And Exo versus TBA. So we'll hopefully they've got that sorted. Let's have a look at the teams now. Where are we? I'm just trying to go through it. It is. Alright, cool. So we've got some new teams in here. I will try and get some graphics done for next week because it'll be a bit easier. But we've got Betty White Motherfucking Racing. Say that 3 times fast. That's Someone Awesome, Big Les and Mersey Blue. They're in like the red, white and blue. So BMWs. Can't wait to hear those BMWs again tonight. They're a beautiful sounding car. Then it's a team of Audis. It's the Devil's Brew Audi Racing, where it's Exo, Psycho, and Bits of Missing. So Exo, once again, one of the sponsor of the Big Les lap. AMV Door Slammers. That's Morningstar, Mike, Hammer, and Incy. And then we've got the Acceleration Demolition Lexus Racing. They're all in Lexuses. It's Vert Wheeler, Exploded Argon, and Meadow Monin. I've not seen Meadow run race before, so that will be cool. Then in the Nissans, it's the DDT. It's the Datsun dealer team of AB Saints, BV Racing, and TT. And then in the final team, it is the what does it say here? Hector's 3 Honda Civics Racing. Little Bear and Stanhouse. Stanhouse ran the McLaren in the GT4. We'll see how he goes here. All right, so I think that is about it. Don't forget our lovely sponsor again. Thank you for sponsoring. It's Little Bear Street Sweepers. Just when you need your circuits cleaned and swept, get in touch with Little Bear. So thank you very much for being a awesome sponsor. The first one ever on Go2Whoa. Well, on my stream anyway. But let's do this. I hope you find that as funny as I do. All right, cool. So we're about to get this thing underway. This is season 2, round 1. The season is full of promise. It's full of hope. It's round 1 of 19. Who's going to be the first man out on the track? It's a Honda. So it's Europe versus Japan. Who is that in the Honda? It is Team Little Bear. Team Little Bear actually had a really good race last week at Bathurst. So he did his best. He trundled around. He stayed out of trouble. He's trying to get in some trouble now. What are you doing, Little Bear? Team Little Bear? I don't know, but he is out there nonetheless. We got Psycho. He's coming out of the pits now. Look at that. I like the livery of these boys. Looking very menacing. The red and the black. Here's Exo. And if you want to see what Exo looks like, there he is. Bottom right-hand corner of your screen. Just giving the sponsors another plug there. I'm so childish. All right. Who else is out there? Morningstar Mike, a personal favourite. Love watching Morningstar Mike race. In the bright yellow. Have a look at that. Cannot miss them. Can't miss these cars. He's in the Aston Martin. Very sexy looking Aston Martin. A little bit patriotic. Yellow and green and gold. The Olympics. I hope you've all been watching the Olympics. Just give me one moment. Just having some technical difficulties. I'll be right back. All right, got that sorted out. Okay, who else do we have? Exploded Argon is out there. He's kicking this off. Big Les looks like he's just started a timed lap. I think it was 129s is what the time was. Let's just quickly double check our options here. Everything's good for the sound. Excellent. So we'll do some onboards with the BMWs. I like the effort he's put into his helmet there. The red, white and blue to match the livery of the car. It's only a 10-minute qualifying in these in this series. So it goes by pretty quick. So everyone just needs to get out there and get going. Let's see what Big Les can do. What sort of time he can set. Comes around the Melbourne hairpin, turn 11, similar to the Montreal hairpin. Hairpins in general. This is a tough little turn actually. Turn 12, sort of downhill a little bit. Hairpin left. Looks like Big Les is going to be the first one to set a time. A 1:31. TT. I've never seen this guy race before, so it's going to be first for everything tonight. Here's Vert Wheeler. The man that Big Les was slandering in the warm-up. Where does he put his car? P3. We've got 888 in there. Bits are missing. Used to him in a Aston Martin. He sets his time. Mersey Blue coming across the line in that BMW. Got a couple of... we've got a 77, a 36 in there. This is Exploded Argon. Here's Hammer. I was supposed to go to 777. But this is Hammer as Psycho Agency. He goes P1 at 129.1. Let's see if Hammer can respond to that. The only driver in the field, I do believe, that's racing on a controller. Quite the feat. Hammer goes P9. This is BV Racing. Look at that nice Nissan GTR. Who else do we have here? This is Stanhouse, number 12. I'm familiar with that number. He goes P6, so a very tidy time there from him. Who else do we have coming through? Someone awesome, our championship reigning champion from season 1. Blew away the competition last season. We'll see what the competition can deliver for him this season, sorry. Lots of seasons in there. This is Morningstar Mike. As I said, I like Morningstar Mike. He raced last season in the GT4s and the BMW. Just always seemed to be in a bit of action. He's got the 007 Aston Martin. As he comes around turn 12, the final turn. Got a yellow flag there waving. Got less than 5 minutes left in the session. Morningstar Mike goes to P9. This man here, someone awesome. Big Les saying that he was giving him some good tips around just dropping that traction control down around through certain corners. Let's see what he can do. Someone awesome goes P13. That's very unusual for him to be so low. Looking for a 77. Here's Hammer. He goes across the line. Can he improve on his time? No, he doesn't. BV Racing does, though. He moves up a spot. What about Big Les, the man who took us for he explained a lap to us. He's currently P5. We have less than 4 minutes left in the qualifying session. This is round 1 of season 2 of Go2Whoa. Here, Big Les goes P2. Nice work, Big Les. Here comes bits and missing in that Audi. Sexy looking Audi. Love it. Red and black. Polson is in the pits right now. That's Psycho Agency. Bitzer missing his teammate. He's currently pole. What can Bitzer do? He goes P4. So nice time. Morningstar Mike. Feels like he was just here a second ago. He was in P9 earlier. No good from there. Doesn't improve on that time. Team Little Bear. He's just struggling to set a lap right now. Might be just coming to grips with his setup. Here's Incy. 7-11. Looks like he was struggling to get sort of the power down without the wheel spin. He goes P3. Nice time from Incy. What about the defending champion? Someone awesome. He remains down there in P14. So he is having some difficulties with his with his pedals tonight. He did message me just to let me know. And then he also, Big Les mentioned that as well. So that might be that would be the reason why he's down there a lot lower than what we've become accustomed to seeing him. No angry old fella tonight. So he was a consistent challenger to someone awesome last season. As we see TT, he's up there in P5. So nice work from him. What about EXO? Part of our sponsor. We'll just keep it on the screen while he's on there. He's currently P7. What can he do? We've got less than 2 minutes left in this qualifying session. Quite a few cars in the pits. EXO crosses the line. Remains in P7. So I think he'll be relatively happy with that. Team Little Bear, can he set a lap? Yes, he can. He goes P13. It moved too quick for me. I picked up the wrong person. But good work from Team Little Bear down in P13. Somewhat awesome. Let's see, seems to be struggling quite a lot with those with his brake pedals. EXO looks like he's had an off there. That was up through Crane a corner. Someone awesome can't improve his time. What about Hammer? No, he remains down there as well. And Stanhouse, he doesn't improve on his time, so he remains P6. We have less than 1 minute left in qualifying. It's Psycho Agency. He's currently pole with a 1:29.1. This man here, Big Les, is on the front row with him. Can he move up a spot? No, he doesn't. Alright, what about TT? Can he move up the ranks a bit? He can! He goes to P4, so nice work from TT. I'm not too sure if he's a new member or a returning member. Nonetheless, he's doing bloody well. Up there in P4. Morningstar Mike coming around out of the Melbourne hairpin into turn 12, the left-hander. As we are T-minus 10 seconds left. I don't mind these 10-minute qualifying because we come for the racing, not for the qualifying. And Morningstar Mike remains in P8. I think I had Mersey Blue I was going to pick up. Yeah, the clock's gone 000. Mersey Blue moves up into P10. What about Incy? Can he move up from P3, get on the front row? He's got one of the Lexus boys behind him. No, he doesn't. So he will remain down there. What about Hammer? He's got one guy in front of him and one guy behind him in the pits. We'll see if he can improve his time. We might just have to leave it there after that. Hammer remains in P15. So it looks like Big Les Gaming, he's going to have a crack at it. Can he get into P1? He cannot get into P1 because he goes into the pit. So it is the round 1 of season 2. It's Psycho Agency who's gone onto pole position. Well done to Psycho. He's taken out pole position. Big Les Gaming. He's taken out P2. And then Incy. That's a good result for Incy, you know. Good work from him. TT in P4 there. Bits are missing. I think he'll be happy with that in P5. Stanhouse in P6. EXO down there in P7. That's a good result for EXO as well. Morningstar Mike. So nice result for Mike. Exploded Argon down there in P9. And then we've got Mersey Blue in rounding out the top 10. After that, it's that man, AB Saints. I'm really looking forward to the AB Saints Needs a Snickers Imola Enduro round number 2. That will be good fun. Vert Wheeler, the man who Big Les was slandering as he was giving us the introductory lap. He's in P12. Team Little Bear. That's a good result for Team Little Bear in P13. BV Racing down there in P14. And then we've got Hammer in P15. And then someone awesome, our reigning, defending, undisputed champion. Is there any Paul Heyman fans in here? I did this the other week and I got nothing for it. Anyway, he rounds out 16. So that is the grid for round 1 of season 2 of Go2Whoa. We are moments away from getting this season underway. All right. Hope you enjoyed qualifying. Now, I think it is still the same setups where it's mandatory 2 stops. We are going to do 60 minutes around here. Pretty sure that is the situation. So just back to the battles. Let's have a quick look. Just trying to bring it up. Driver briefing, no. Season 2 info, no. Where was it? Round battles, here we go. So it's Hammer versus BV. So, ooh, they're nice and close there. It's Meadowman versus Psycho. So Meadowman, what happens then if Meadowman doesn't turn up? It's Team Little Bear versus someone awesome. Hey, Team Little Bear. That's pretty good. On paper, that looks like it's a mismatch. But right now, it's looking pretty good for Team Little Bear. Stanhouse versus Big Les. Ooh, that's a good one. P2 versus P6. Have we got T-minus 1 minute remaining. AB Saints versus Incy. Incy's got the inside run on AB. He's got a fair bit of work to do, old AB Saints. Bits are missing versus Exploded Argon. So that's they're not too far away there on the grid. Mike versus Vert. Vert Wheeler versus Morningstar Mike, that is. Morningstar Mike in P8. Vert Wheeler in P12. TT versus Mersey Blue. Mersey Blue is in P10 and TT is in P4. As Klaus is just letting us know. T-minus 20 seconds. And EXO versus TBA. Who's the last one there? I'm not too sure. But anyway, EXO, good result for him. I think he'll be pretty happy with P7. So, here we go. About to head off the grid for the warm-up lap. Got the camera on Big Les in P2. So we'll try and get some onboards off those beautiful sounding BMW engines. Thanks for everyone watching as well. I know I don't usually get the most largest of audiences, but nonetheless, thanks for watching. I got someone who's thrown me a couple of likes. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. Alright, so they're going to get underway on their warm-up lap. I don't mind this circuit, Donnington, in Leicestershire, in England. I think the British DLCs have been quite a good addition to the game. Yeah, some good circuits. I would like to see Sebring. Oh my goodness, that would be such a cool track to add. The bumps of Sebring. But I think it's got some sort of commercial agreement with another company. I know it's available on, what's the Xbox version of Gran Turismo? Forza. Yeah, so of course you can go and play it on computer. I understand that. You can go do iRacing or one of those. That's for the real hardcore people, I reckon. Well, in saying that, like, this game is probably the closest you're going to get to a proper full-on hardcore sim on console. Like, that's just the facts. So we get a nice close-up shot of Big Les weaving his ties, getting them nice and warmed up, getting those brakes warmed up. I think they are coming pretty close towards the end of the lap as well. So they're approaching the Melbourne hairpin. These boys will all get it side by side. It's TT. He's already got the lights on. He means business. I'm a keep the lights on guy. I'll have the full enduro lights on in broad daylight. I love it. I don't mind flashing them as well. It's all gamesmanship. Here we go. Speaking of gamesmanship, I'm going to come up side by side. Psycho Agency and Big Les on the front row, followed by Incy and TT. They come around the final turn, and once that man Klaus says green, 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 we will be underway.
Green light. Go, go, go.
There it is. Let's go racing. Season 2, round 1 of Go2Whoa is underway. Looks like Psycho got a decent jump through there. So did Big Les. Incy going up the inside through turn 1. Can he take the position? Yes, he can. So Incy moves up from P3 into P2. Great start for him. Looks like TT dropped a position as well. But we've got a change at the front for P2. Was that someone running wide? I don't think it was. No, and everyone has managed to get through the first couple of turns all right without incident. So this is a good start. Not a good start for this man here, Big Les. Oh, he's run wide as well. He's run wide up through there. That's through McLean's. So not a good start. He's going to drop down through the field now. Where's he come out? Just behind a Honda there. I think that's Stanhouse. So he might have dropped down all the way down to P7. I think he has. So not a great start for Big Les. Oh no, and he's bottled it into the chicane there through the S's. So he's going to drop even further. This is going from bad to worse for Big Les on the first lap. Oh, then he's had a hit. That's with one of the Lexus boys. That's exploded argon. It is all going wrong for him. He's going to have to... Oh, I think that was TT. He got taken out. No, it wasn't. It was another Nissan. Was it AB Saints? It was AB Saints. And he's going to struggle to turn it around as well. So that was coming through the final turn. That was one of the Lexus drivers. It wasn't this man, Vert Wheeler. Was it Exploded Argon? I think it was. So he had a collision with AB Saints. So they're both down in P15 and P16. Their races absolutely going wrong right from the get-go. TT, he's down there in P4. That's where he started. Incy's moved up into P2. Bits and Mistons moved up into P3 from P5. So good start from those two guys. Hammer, he's had a cracking start. He started in P15. He's moved up into P11. So he's looking good in his Aston Martin. But everyone's mainly got away pretty cleanly. At the front, though, Psycho pulling a bit of a gap. 2 seconds over Incy. Now, Psycho wasn't necessarily a front runner in the GT4 cars, but the GT3s look like they suit him a lot better. Mersey Blue and Morningstar Mike. The two BMWs coming through here. That's Big Les in there as well. So he's going to try and regroup and get himself further up the field again. So they come up the front straight. It's a nice little train of cars here. Mersey Blue, Morningstar Mike, Big Les Gaming, and Vert Wheeler. Making... Oh, no! He runs wide! Oh, it's a big hit! He's hit Morningstar Mike. They've both gone around. Yeah, so Morningstar Mike got taken out in that as well as Mersey Blue. So he's got a little bit of war paint on the side there. No good. We've had action galore at the start of this one. Ooh, he almost lost it again. That was one of the Nissans. I'm still getting used to who's who. Wow, alright, action aplenty. Let's have a look at what TT's doing. This is the DDT Nissan. He's in P3. He is giving chase to Bits of Missing in the Audi. Ooh, looking to have a go into the Melbourne hairpin. Couldn't quite pull it up. Looks like he got a pretty good run through there, though. Nice traction out of there. But Bits of Missing's able to make up the lost ground. Goes very, very defensive, coming through the final turn onto the front straight. TT's got to try and sort of go under. And now it's going to be a drag into the first corner. It's going to be who's the bravest, who can break the latest. Oh, looks like they're both pretty even there. And I think Bits of Missing's managed to keep his position. Yes, he has. And Incy's got a nice view of all of this going on in the background. All the while, it's Psycho Agency. He's built up a 6.7 second lead over the rest of the field. He's flying out in front. This is the battle that we'll keep an eye on. This is TT versus Bits of Missing. So they just come up through, that's through McLean's, now through Coppice. Going up Starkey Straight. So big braking zone coming up here. He's got the lights on. The lights ablaze. TT. He's telling Bits of Missing, I'm right here and I'm looking to get past. I'm not hanging around. So it's an Audi versus a Nissan. This is all about Season 2 in Go2Whoa. This is Japan versus Europe. And this is what we've got right now on the track. Once again, taking different lines through there from one another. Looks like Bits of Missing those managed to just sort of keep it steady for now. Sort of maintaining that half a second gap. Ooh, he runs a little bit wide though. That was enough to get TT through. He's done it. So, Bits of Missing just made a little bit of a mistake. That was coming through out of turn 2. Oh, and then TT gets a little bit loose as he comes up through Starkey's Bridge. And now Incy. He'll be wanting to try and take advantage of this. Might go on board with Incy. Have a look. To that delightful sounding Aston Martin. He's going to have a look up the inside here of Bits of Missing. Bits of Missing closes the door. Good hard racing between those two there then. We'll have another go into the Melbourne hairpin, turn 11. Looks to go around the outside. That's definitely the long way around. It's a blind turn, this one. You have to be really careful with your braking point. You have to know your braking marker. Preferably pick something that people can't crash into and bump out of the way. Is always preferred. Through turn 1 now. good battle between these two. This has allowed TT just to escape a little bit further up the road. So he's been released a little bit here. Psycho is a mile up the road. Oh, Incy! Looking. So you get the feeling Incy just growing a little bit impatient. Wanting to get on with it. Still a long way to go. The most cliched saying in racing. These are 60-minute sprint races, but still 60 minutes is a long way to go. You heard Big Les talk about, you know, he's got a day job, just like I would say the majority of us, if not all of us, would have a day job, especially if it's a physical one. Said he drives around a van all day. Oh, this is Incy! He's driving an Aston Martin right now. He's driving it right past Psycho. Not Psycho, right past Bitzer Missing. My mistake. Can Bitzer fight back? No, he can't. Nice work there from Incy. Saw him in another league, in the Ruse League, make some very nice passes a little while ago now. But, yeah, that man can drive. Well done to him. Good work. I think we saw a pit stop completed there as well. Big Les Gaming just came out of the pits, so he finishes his first stop. 2 mandatory stops. And we've got Vert Wheeler and Someone Awesome as well. They're all coming in. So we'll see how their strategy plays out. That will obviously stretch the field out a little bit, but nonetheless, we'll all bunch back up again. What about Morningstar Mike, my favourite? He's half a second behind Team Little Bear, who's doing a fantastic job in his Honda. As they come up through, that's through McLean's, turn 7. So we saw Morningstar Mike have a bit of an accident before, an incident with AB Saints. Coming through turn 8, this is Coppice. And we'll head up Starkey Straight. So big braking zone coming up there, turn 9 and 10. He's pretty close here. He's going to have a go into the Melbourne hairpin. Coming down the hill, great camera angle there. An even better move from Morningstar Mike. So he takes that position away from Team Little Bear. That's one again for Team Europe. He moves up into P8, and he's going to give chase to his teammate Hammer. He's had a good start. He's moved up from P15 into P7, and Exo. This man here, he's in the pits. Where is he? There he is. Good job, Mr. Cameraman. Finally gets around there. Mersey Blue. He's on the back of Exploded Argon, who we saw him have a bit of an incident early on in the race. Mersey Blue tucked up right behind that Lexus. So at the moment, it's in the terms of the top 5, you've got 2, I think it's 3 versus 2 in terms of Europe versus Japan. Someone Awesome, he comes in again. So maybe he's having a lot of difficulties right now. He did talk about he's got some issues with his equipment. Here's he blue. He's looking to put a move on Exploded here. Let's go on board for this battle. Listen to that beautiful BMW do its thing. He's got to send it up the inside. Goes deep. Looks like it was deep enough too. Yes, it was. So he's going to put BV Racing behind him. BV runs a little bit deep through the Melbourne hairpin. Tries to go the over-under. Can't get it done. Mersey Blue is going to take that spot away. It's a very tricky corner, the final, the left-hander. Uphill, blind braking. It's tough. It's not easy. So he'll put Exploded Argon behind him. Got a few other drivers pitting. Team Little Bear, Incy I saw in there as well. I'm just trying to tick them all off. Hammer is in there. AB Saints is in there. It's all kicking off. Hammer, Little Bear, AB Saints. There we go. Just trying to keep my notes all up to date. Mersey Blue now. He's all over the back of BV Racing. Go on board again with this action. Ooh, BV! Like he almost lost it there. Just had a bit of trouble getting around through Coppice. Now they go up Starkey Straight. Now he's going to be able to take it into the S's. And he does it pretty easy in the end. Mersey Blue. Oh, he has a bit of trouble pulling it up. Nothing that was going to be detrimental to his chances. And he's alright, so... Oh, he runs very, very deep at the Melbourne hairpin. Is that enough for the other two to get through? No, it isn't. So we had a nice little buffer on them already. And Mersey Blue was able to keep that position. So they're all running wide. They're all watching each other. They're all watching each other. Just going off. That's remember Mark Winterbottom saying that in an interview. Morningstar Mike. He comes into the pits on lap 9. He said, yeah, never watch the car in front of you. Well, don't always follow it. You got to keep your lines. Because if they make a mistake, then you make a mistake through osmosis. Team Little Bear, he's coming in again. So he only pitted just a couple of laps ago. So he's going to clear his stop. Someone Awesome's the only driver in the field right now to have cleared both stops. Alright, Mersey Blue. So where did he start? He started P10. He's moved up into P5. So he's having a cracking race. Someone else who's having a cracking race is Psycho. He is out in front by 6.4 seconds. So he's having a great start to this season. What about Exo in that mean looking Audi? His traditional 666. Just give a plug to Exo and our sponsor, Team Little Bear Street Sweepers. Whenever you need your circuits cleaned or swept, call Team Little Bear. Exo might even give them a bit of a hand with it as well. So great to have a sponsor on board. It's all facetious, of course. I hope we understand that. Exploded Argon. He pits. Where did you start, Exploded Argon? You started in P9. Okay, he pits in while he's in P8. Alright, who else do we have? BP Racing, he's chasing down Exo. Ooh, throwing that Nissan through. Maybe lost a bit of time doing that. It looked good. But, yeah, it wasn't fast. So we're coming up through the top of the circuit now. Up the hill, you want to try and clip this corner, as Big Les was saying, try and take a lot of it. We've gone over a quarter race distance. I have to say, it's been pretty fun, first 17 minutes of Season 2, Round 1. Yeah, BV Racing just dropping off the back there a little bit. No, we go here, sorry. The only thing I don't like about this game is the camera functionality. But anyway, the first 17 and a half minutes, it's Psycho leading from TT. So it's a Europe 1-2. Make that a 1-2-3 with Bits of Missing. Bits of Missing rounding out the top 3. Then Stanhouse representing Japan in P4. Then Mersey Blue and Exo representing Europe in P5 and 6. Then P7, it's Japan, it's Nissan. It's this man here, BV Racing. Then we've got Hammer, Morningstar Mike, and Incy. We have a trio of Aston Martins. What would you call a trio of Aston Martins? Have no idea. Anyway, we've got a number of cars who've made stops as well. Oh, no, that's Exo. He's made a stop, but it's not where he wants to. It's not in the pits. It's on the track. So that was just coming out of the old hairpin as he approached Starkey's Bridge. That is no good for Exo. He was in P6 as well. He's having a good race. He qualified in 7th. So he will not be very happy. But it's probably the perfect time to plug our sponsors again, though. Perfect situation for cleaning the circuit there as Exo. Putting all sorts of filth on there. Call Team Little Bear when you need your track swept. Alright, no good for Exo. Will he pit after this? Let's just stay with him. Look at that Audi. Look at the rear of that. Very sort of technical and complicated and all sorts of stuff going on in there. Ariel standing loud and proud. 2 drivers have completed both of their stops. One of them is that man, Someone Awesome, reigning champion, and Team Little Bear. They're down in 13 and 16. Is Exo going to pit? No, he's not. Alright, cool. Alright, who else is out there? So, he was the first driver to pit, he's the first of the drivers who've pitted once down there in P7, but he obviously made that little mistake. Drivers who haven't pitted yet, though, is Psycho, TT, Bitsamison, Stanhouse, Mersey Blue, and BV Racing, our top 6. This man we haven't seen much of. It's another Audi. It's Psycho Agency. He is 7.3 seconds ahead of TT. So absolutely flying. Field is rather spread out now, so we've had a mixture of strategies. Kind of all kicked off around lap 6, so that's 7 laps ago now. I know we don't count the laps, but it's good to just work it out in terms of pit stops, because pit stops are measured by, you kind of measure the fuel out via laps, not by minutes. So they're both important. Speaking of minutes, we've gone a 3rd race distance. So we've reached the 20-minute mark. 39 still to go. But yeah, this man here, Psycho, doing it pretty easy. Hammer, he's up there in P9. He's chasing down Incy. Both of these drivers have stopped. BV Racing, he's coming in for his first stop. So then there were 5 drivers who have yet to complete their stop. And it's the Aston Martin fest right now. The team names for this is the AMV Door Slammers. So the AMV Door Slammers, TT, he's pitting. Shut up, Nick, and get to the racing. TT's pitting from the lead. As I was trying to check who's who in terms of the teams, they're all new to me this season. So TT, where are you? He is stationary yet. He is. So Stanhouse, he will have gone through. 888 bits are missing. He's going to get through there as well. The other car, I think that's Mersey Blue. No, he's not going to get through. So Stanhouse gets going. Oh, he runs wide at turn 1. But Bits are missing. Was able to sneak through there. But only just. So there's still 4 more drivers yet to complete their first stop. Bits are missing is one of them. Puff of dust there. Might have been left by exploded argon. There's the car who's in front. He's being lapped. Number 888. He's had a bit of a run-in with someone or something. Bits are missing. He's got the sort of the Bit of cosmetic damage at the front and of the side of the car. Just looking for some other battles on the track. This man here, Big Les Gaming. As we see one of the Nissans in the background. I think that's AB Saints. He's in the pits. So he's going to complete his second stop now. But yeah, Big Les Gaming. He started off so well. P2. He did the introduction lap for us. The explanation lap, whatever you want to call it. We haven't decided what we're going to call it yet. It's going to be Big Les's lap, I reckon. Yeah, so he's down in P13. He's completed one of his 2 stops. So this is the definition of chocolates to boiled lollies. Last week, it was the 2-hour Bathurst Enduro that he took out. Mersey Blue, he picked for the first time. And now, in the Season 2, Round 1, he's down in 13, struggling. So, I feel like we kind of put the Mozza on him. But anyway, he'll soldier on. And he'll try and climb up as high as he possibly can. Hammer, he comes into the pits. Lap number 16. So he's in P9. He started P15. BV Racing, he's making a stop as well. As we'll quickly see. This will be his second stop. He's in and done just about, I think. Or is he yet to stop? No, he's stopping now. So that's Hammer. Here the AMV door slammers. Alright, so battle, the interesting little fight's going to be between TT and Bits and Missin here. It's less than a second. Can he make his way past? It's a Europe, Japan, Europe, Japan, Europe in the top 5. EXO doing fantastic. Down in P5 there. Okay, so he's only 6/10 behind now. This is TT, Bits and Missin. Let's go on board the Nissan here. Very distinctive sound when it changes gears. Coming into the S's. Trying to take as much of the corner as they can. Head into the Melbourne hairpin. It's not the most popular car, the Nissan. One of the other European manufacturers get more of the love. But the heritage of the Nissan Godzilla, the GTR, cannot be disputed. What also can't be disputed, well, what is being disputed is P3 on the track. TT just thinks better of it, shows a lot of patience there. Good driving from him. It's a Nissan, he's defending hard, as he should. This is for the place, this is for a podium place. Just coming up through the old hairpin, now up through Starkey's Bridge. Left-hander 6 in the change of direction, coming through turn 7, the right hand, and McLean's. Runs it a little wide there. Oh, that's one of the Lexus. That's okay, he was the back marker. Oh, here we go. So will we see it coming into the hairpin? TT setting him up. Goes later on the brakes. Pulls that big Nissan up. Can the Audi sort of just be agile and nimble? No, he can't. Oh, what was that? Some sort of weird bug. And oh, that's a car over there, behind there. What is going on? That looked like it was a Honda. And it looks like bits are missing. He goes into the pits. So I'm not too sure what happened there. It's kind of like a little glitch of some sort. Big Les Gaming, he's in the pits. And so is Bits are missing. So it's Bits are missing. It's his first stop. On lap 18. And then Big Les makes his... What's that? His third stop? Or that's his second stop, Big Les. So he's done. And we've got Stanhouse in there as well. Lap 18. Where are you, Big Les? There you are, mate. Alright. That's TT. Who's he got behind him? It's one of the Mercedes. Just trying to pick up a number. Is that Big Les? No, he was in the pits a second ago. Or is it Big Les? I think. No. Oh, is it Mornington? No. Someone awesome, possibly. Yep, there we go. Someone awesome being lapped, unfortunately for him. So obviously he's having trouble with his equipment tonight. Vert Wheeler is not having trouble with his equipment. He's coming in, about to complete his second stop. So that'll be his final one. A large chunk of the field has completed both of their stops as we approach the halfway mark of round 1 of season 2 of Go2Whoa Racing. It's Europe versus Japan. Someone awesome with his enduro lights ablaze. I don't think he'd be particularly happy having to sit this low in the field. Okay, so drivers that are yet to make a stop: Psycho, TT, Bits are missing, Incy, Stanhouse, and Mersey Blue. So Exo's completed both of his stops. So he's chasing down this man here, Mersey Blue.
We are halfway through. Keep pushing.
As Klaus just lets us know that we're halfway through. Now the difference between him and Exo is he's coming around the hairpin now. Here's Exo just approaching the hairpin. Oh, we've got a car off. That's Team Little Bear. That is just at the old hairpin. So he's done himself a mischief. He's out in the gravel, but he's managed to keep it going. He's not having a great time of it though. He's down there in P15. He had a good qualifying. He was in P13, so he's only dropped a couple of spots, but yeah, don't think he'd be particularly happy. But nonetheless, he's gotten back up and going again. Alright, so back to that analysis there. So, this is Exo. He is just about to come over the Sector 2 beginning marker. There he is. And then Mersey Blue. He's just coming up through past Starkey's Bridge. So that's the gap between them. So Exo is definitely going to be able to catch him. In terms of catching Bits are missing though, Bits are missing is just coming through the S's. So I'd say it's going to be pretty close between those two. So Exo's got he's got relatively clear air in front of him. So that's going to be good for him. He will be enjoying that. Put some laps in and we'll see when the guys in front pit. In the meantime though, Psycho Agency has absolutely dominated this race. From lights to where we are right now from the get-go. He qualified P1. He's barely moved from there. Just trying to see where he is on the circuit. Here he is. He's beginning a lap. This is what I wanted to do. Let's do a lap with him. Let's do an onboard. See why he's doing so well. so that was a nice lap with our race leader, Psycho Agency. Got a little bit of cosmetic damage there from earlier in the race, but he's doing it all pretty easily like right now. See Team Little Bear, he's in the pits again. I think that might even be his third stop for the night. So flat out just not having a good time. Someone awesome though is having a decent time. He's chasing down Morningstar Mike from the Door Slammers. Exploded Argon. He's coming into the pits. That'll be his second stop, I do believe. Yes, it is. Oh, someone just getting it very loose out of the old hairpin. He was setting himself up there to have a really good crack at Morningstar Mike. He's looking at a decent position considering his equipment difficulties. Now he did dirty up the track there a little bit. So if you are in the need for a track cleaner, Team Little Bear, he's street sweeping. So when you do need your circuits cleaned or swept, Team Little Bear is the man to call. So absolutely wonderful sponsor of the stream. Give him a call. I could legitimately do real sponsors, give them plugs. I could do that. Just no one watches. Anyway, nonetheless, we will carry on. So this is someone awesome. He's down there in P8. Field is relatively strung out. Let's see, where's the difference again between this is Bits of Missing and EXO. So still, the gap between them is still not enough for Bits of Missing to have a stop in the pocket. So EXO is going to manage to get up. TT, he's just coming around through Coppice. And Psycho is a fair way ahead of him. So he's not looking like he's going to be able to challenge him for the lead though. But in the meanwhile, Incy, yeah, he's well behind as well. So he's just coming through, this is through Craner Corner. Down the hill. Sort of like a set of long sweeping lefts and rights. What about, where is Stanhouse? Now that's going to be interesting. So Stanhouse versus Incy. So Incy, he's just coming up through Coppice now, turn 8. Just in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen, that red dot going around the circuit, that's where this man is, Stanhouse. And he probably thinks to himself, 23 more minutes. Let's see if I can get past that bright yellow door slammer team Aston Martin car of Incy. Incy's probably thinking the opposite of, like, I've got to keep this Japanese Honda behind me. I think Team Little Bear might be in the pits. I think it might have. It might be where he finishes his race. We'll see. Morningstar Mike though, looks like someone awesome managed to get past. So he did miss that. But someone awesome moved up into P7 now. So I'm enjoying that the helmet. Morningstar. Let's have a look at it. Oh, look at that! I'm liking it a lot. Liking the action on the track as well. So that beautiful Aston Martin as well. Such a hard corner. Up the hill, down the hill, blind braking. right onto that green painted area, trying to open up the corner. That's a nice line through there from Morningstar Mike. Oh, it's tricky through there. Oh, someone awesome. Just gets it on the grass a little bit. Nice little scrap between these two going on right now. Oh, that's the brake issue. That's the brake issue from someone awesome. Apparently just comes on randomly. Out through the S's. Oh, you got too loose through there. You got the little bump. And that was enough to unsettle the car, and then he just lost traction. And that allowed Morningstar Mike just to slip through. Whoa, Morningstar! He was lucky then. Sometimes that happens once you overtake. Oh, no! Oh, it's just... You're losing traction through there. I'm not too sure. Anyway, we've gone 2/3 race distance, everyone. That has absolutely flown by. 40 minutes. Done and done in the books. 20 still to go. And we got someone awesome now having another go. Come up, that's through McLean's. Oh, he's lost that Morningstar Mike almost. No, he hasn't. He was going full drift, going through Coppice. Oh, this is going to be a pretty big effort if he can hold on here. He can. Wow. He's got that BMW breathing down his neck, though. Ah, that's enough for someone awesome to squeeze through. Oh, they both make mistakes. Who can recover the quickest? It's Morningstar Mike can recover the quickest. Oh, someone awesome's going to send it. Look, this is a cracking battle. And someone awesome's managed to pull it off. They got blue flags waving. That's TT coming through. I think Psycho might have pitted, and we've missed it because we've been watching this action. But that's all right. We'll get to that in a moment. Kind of want to see what's going to happen here. As we saw, this is where someone awesome, he just made that little mistake on the last lap. He's gone on the grass a little bit again. Nothing too major. Now he's got TT in the background. You can see him in the mirror. This is going to be really interesting because then they got another car up in front. That's another of the Audis. Not too sure who that is. I think it's EXO. It is. It is EXO. That's going to be for position as well. Alright, so this race, that's good. That's good racing from Morningstar Mike. Then he's trying to let him past. He's got the blue flags waving. Well done to Morningstar Mike there. Good job. Has cost him a little bit of time though between him and someone awesome. But those blue flags had been waving for a little while, so he did need to get out of the way. Oh, that was someone awesome on EXO. Here we go. Someone awesome making a late charge. Not too sure about the helmet and suit combination. Oh, he's run wide there at turn one. EXO ran a little bit wide as well. So he's got TT coming through, who's lapping them. Blue flags are waving. That was a Honda in the way. That might have been Team Little Bear. I think it was. This is a very precarious situation we find ourselves in. But I think someone awesome has let TT through. Yeah, he has. So that was really good driving from someone awesome then. Oh, and then EXO has let TT through. But while he's done that, have a look at this. They're going to go three. They're almost 3 wide up the back straight. Coming into the S's. Someone awesome's made out like a bandit through all of that. And then Incy, Morningstar Mike has gotten through there. EXO's lost 2 spots. He's lost 2 spots in 2 turns. Absolutely cracking battle. I have to say, this has been an absolutely fantastic drive from someone awesome. He's dealing with the issues with his equipment. And, who was that? Was that Psycho Agency? It is, by the look of it. I love it. Look at someone awesome. Get out of my way. I'm flashing the lights. I'm in a fight for my life here. Psycho Agency's completed both of his stops. We've been so engrossed in this battle that we've lost sort of sight of the overall race, but I don't care because this has been awesome. This is what you do sim racing for. These are the sort of battles that you want to see, and it's the clean, hard, fair racing. It's been absolutely, the skill from all of the drivers has been fantastic. So great stuff to watch, even better stuff to commentate on. Incy, he's coming into the pits. So, where's, what about someone awesome? Can someone awesome jump him? No, not a chance. What about Stanhouse? Stanhouse can. What about Bits of Missing? Bits of Missing can as well. Someone awesome? No, not so much. I don't think so anyway. Where is Incy? He's getting underway. I can hear him, but I can't see him. Now I can see him. Where's someone awesome? Oh, all right, so that could get a little bit tight towards the end of the race. Incy's going to have a pretty good run home. No mistakes, no off tracks to keep this man, the hard charging someone awesome, up through the field. Our reigning champion, the #1 on his car for a reason. I love that. They don't do it anymore. They've got their signature numbers. I get that. But I used to always think that when you see that car, you see #1 out on the circuit, you know this is the sign that this is the champion. Hey, we got someone in the chat, Carver. How good of a battle was it, Carver? I quite enjoyed that. Thanks for getting in the chat with us. All right. Now, Psycho Agency, where is he? He is up through here. He's just coming up through Starkey's Bridge. And TT, he's a fair way behind him. Now, it's going to be a battle for the final podium position as we have 13 minutes remaining. This is round 1 of season 2 of Go2Whoa. It's Japan versus Europe. Europe versus Japan, whatever you want to do. We even have a sponsor. It's Team Little Bear's track sweeping sponsor. So it's good to have them on board. Let's see what Incy can do though, because he's just coming around the final turn and he's going to chase down this man, Bits of Missing. So he does not have enough in the pocket to do a pit stop and not make it out. And neither does this man, Stanhouse, because he's just up the road. So Incy is looking very, very good for a podium. He started P3. So he's had a pretty good race, Incy. So let's see what he can do. In the meanwhile, though, Mercy Blue, he's 7 tenths behind Vert Wheeler. They're down in P11, P12. This is Mersey. That car looks like it's been in the wars. As they're going to go side by side up the front straight. It's going to be the battle of the late breakers into turn 1. Who's the bravest of them all? Looks like Vert Wheeler is. Vert Wheeler's managed to stay in front. And there he goes. Alright, so they swap position. Oh, that is a big power slide from Vert Wheeler. Now, I think that is where Big Les said we would see Vert Wheeler, in the weeds. So, a little bit prophetic there from Big Les. Although Big Les didn't see his incidents coming at the start, so maybe don't give up your day job. Speaking of Big Les, here he is. He's down in P10. He's chasing down Hammer in that Aston Martin. You can't miss him. The AMV door slammer team. Looking to make a move in the Melbourne hairpin. He's able to get good traction out of there. He's in a drag race into the final turn. Can Hammer fight back? He's not going to give it up. And they both go around almost synchronized. Oh, no, that was number 26. That was one of the Nissans. Oh, no, who was that? What was that number? Oh, Big Les. He has absolutely had a mare of a race. That's big damage too. That is big damage. That's not good. That's any chance of getting a respectable result out the window now. He's going to struggle to get that around. I'm just trying to think, who was that? I don't know if that was TT in the Nissan. I think it was. Look at that. He's in P2. Stanhouse and Bits of Missing, they're still in P3 and P4. If that damage is too much to continue without stopping, could we see Incy grab a P2? It's a fair distance between them though. Incy's just coming through the final turn while TT is up going through Copper. So even if he was to stop, he could possibly do that and maintain P2. But he was just an innocent bystander there. Hammer had to go back at Big Les. Neither one of them wanted to give an inch. They spun around like the synchronized divers that you see at the Olympics now. Around they went, and then this poor bugger came through and went whack. Let's see if he pits. No, he's going to continue on. All right, so the damage must be reasonable. He can keep going. Bits are missing though. 888. He's down there in P4. Let's see what Stanhouse does if he pits as well in the Honda. I haven't really seen too much of Stanhouse tonight. Not on purpose. Just sort of the way that's happened. He's had a sort of under the radar race. And neither of them are going to pit. Okay. Back to Hammer. He dropped the hammer on poor Big Les. He's down in P10. Has a lot of real world racing experience, does Hammer. Spoken about it on the stream before. He's been around racing for a long time by the sounds of it. Real world racing. Helps out a lot of the guys with their setups and things like that. Very helpful. Good man. Alright, so he has Mersey Blue up ahead. Looks like the charge of Someone Awesome is kind of it's come to a bit of a halt now. He's a fair way behind Incy. So he'll be hoping it's going to be he could still get up there for a P4 result. Because Stanhouse and Bits of Missing still have to pit. The only two drivers to do so as well. But that was great racing that we saw before. It was, yeah, that's what you want. That's what you love. That's what you do it for. Alright, EXO. He is 1.6 seconds behind Morningstar Mike. There you go. That's what 1.6 seconds looks like. Here we go. Bits are missing. He's coming into the pits. Where is Incy? He's coming around the final turn. So, bits are missing. He will be stationary. Almost now. There goes Incy. So, Incy comes through. What about Someone Awesome? He's coming around the Melbourne hairpin. Bits are missing. Still stationary. That camera angle really sucks. There he goes. So he's just coming out of the pits now. Someone Awesome is going to give chase. He'll have 6 minutes to do it. He's going to have Bits are missing just up the road. So Incy up into P4. So this is Someone Awesome. He's coming through turn 1. Bits are missing. Just starting to come up through Craner corner. It's 2 Audis. One of them is being lapped. Who's that coming up behind him? Is that... I'm just trying to see. This is Bits are missing. It's Psycho, race leader. So he has had blistering pace. He's been flying. Bit of formation flying between these two right now. But Bits are missing does the right thing. I think he does the right thing. We'll let his teammate through. Yes, he does. Good work, Bits are missing. Oh, here's Stanhouse. So Stanhouse is coming in now. So he's responding. Where's Incy? Incy's coming around. So Incy's going to move up into P3. Stuff that camera angle. Where is Bits are missing? Now Bits are missing. He's just coming up to out of the Melbourne hairpin. Looks like Incy. Looks like Stanhouse is still stationary. Coming around the final turn. Oh, I think Stanhouse is going. This is going to be really close. Where's Incy? Oh, that's Incy. Stanhouse. Where? Oh, look at this. Look at them coming out. It is so tight between these two. This is the battle for P4. So Stanhouse managed to stay in front of Bits are missing. They're going to battle it out for the next 4 minutes and 15 seconds. Great racing between these two. Someone Awesome. He's still a little ways back. He's 6.4 seconds off these two. So it would take a some sort of incident between the two of them for Someone Awesome to take advantage of that and get himself. He could finish as high as fourth if these two take it out. But right now, it's looking very likely for a Psycho Agency, TT and Incy 1, 2, 3 podium. Nice shot of that red and black Audi. Here we go. Oh, I thought he was going to have a look into the Melbourne hairpin there. So Stanhouse is going to have to defend for his life for the next 3 minutes. It's probably going to be about 2 laps. There we go. That's the gap between them. Good chopper shot. Looks like Bits are missing. He's on a bit of a, he's on a quick one. So the light fuel loads. Tyres don't really degrade too much in this game. Not enough to be have too much of an effect. No one's pitted for tyres. So oh, that's a Honda off. That might be Team Little Bear. Speaking of Team Little Bear, if you do need your track swept, give him a call. He can do it for you. Alright. So I think we're going to follow these two home by the looks of it. Can Bits are missing do it? Can he get himself up into P4? Charging through the S's there. Through the Melbourne hairpin now. Taking a very aggressive line through there, through the final turn. Ooh. Sounds like he just left it his second a little bit too long there. Incy's in the pits! Incy is in the pits. Hang on a second. Do we have a little bit more to play out in this one? Wow, he was in the pits. That means Stanhouse and Bits of Missing got through. What about Someone Awesome? Did he get through as well? He did! What happened, Incy? Oh, we missed it. So we missed out. What happened there? I have no idea. Yeah, I have no idea what happened. But that's moved Stanhouse up into a podium position. So that means these two are battling it out for P3. Where is Psycho Agency? He's just coming up to the S's. So he will, by the time he makes it through, it's going to be pretty touch and go. I think he'll have to do one more lap though. So that means that Bits of Missing will have one more lap to get past Stanhouse for the final podium position. Because Psycho's got this one looking pretty solid right now. Although he's only just up the road, so maybe he's had an issue.
Leaders on final lap now.
Oh, these guys are 2 laps down. Anyway, here we go. So Klaus has given us the final. The leader is on the last lap. He's given us the notification. So come through turn 1. So he's got 12 turns and 4 kilometers. Less than that now. So make a move on the Honda driver. It's a Japan 2-3 right now. Let's see what they can do. So coming through, this is through Coppice. So it looks like Stanhouse has pulled a little gap on him. We've got a car off. That's number 35. That's Vert Wheeler up near past McLean's. We'll get back to that in a moment. This is the battle that we want to see. Psycho Agency, he's just coming through the Melbourne hairpin. Coming up towards the final turn. We'll try and stay with these guys as long as we can. But Psycho Agency, he put it on P1 for round 1, and he's taken home victory. Well done to him, flashing the lights and weaving across the line. Congratulations. This is Stanhouse. Stanhouse has got to manage to take P3. P4 is Bits of Missing. Someone Awesome takes home P5, and TT. It says he's second on the track. I believe that he is. I think the other two were a couple of laps down, not just the one lap. But TT is going to finish second, so congratulations to him. Incy, he was looking very, very solid for a podium position, so he's had something happen in the end there. I'm not too sure what happened to him there. But he's finished in P8. We can hear some donuts happening right there. Mersey Blue comes home in P9. Well done to him. Hammer comes home in a very respectable P10 from P15. Well done to him. And Big Les Gaming, from chocolates to boiled lollies, he's had an absolute nightmare of a race. He's going to finish at home in P11 in a very, very sad-looking BMW. And the last man to come across the line on the lead lap will be this man here, BV Racing, in the Nissan. And that will round out round 1 of season 2 of Go2Whoa. And that is it. That is the finishing status of everyone. Whew, that was fun. That was really good. There was some really, really good racing in there. So I think everyone put on an absolutely fantastic show tonight. Let's, I can't really do that, can I? I was going to try and do the battles and whatnot. We'll have a quick look at them, but maybe we'll do a recap of that for the next stream. So maybe we can see if we can get Big Les on the line. We'll see what he, I'll see if I can do that. Hang on a second. Oh, he did join. All right. Nah, no good. All right, so I can't get him. Can't get him on there. All right, that's a bit unfortunate. Anyway, well, that is it, everyone. That was the first round, round 1 of season 2 of Go2Whoa. There's a couple of cars out there, I think. Hammer and a few others. All right, cool. Well, I hope you all enjoyed that. That was a lot of fun. And I think if that is the standard for the rest of the season, I think we're going to be in for an absolutely cracking season. So let's have a look at where we are next week. So Donnington, tick it off. We're done there. We're back to Alton Park. So we'll stay in jolly old England. And we'll be at Alton Park next week for another 60 minutes. So until then, my name is Nick. This has been round 1 of season 2 Go2Whoa. Hope you all enjoy the rest of your week. Stay safe, take care of yourselves, and I'll